Welcome back, everyone, to another amazing episode of Hotel Talk, recorded here in Limassol, Cyprus. And today I have a surprising guest who's a guest of the hotel, someone that I got in touch with about a year ago, but I've been following for a while. He is a world-renowned Instagram and TikTok influencer, but there's so much more to him than that. He's known as Urban Runner Denmark, but his real name is Lars Peterson. So welcome, Lars.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, fun.
I'm
nice
so
place
happy.
to have here.
Yeah, thank you. I can't believe it. You've been making me laugh for a while, and I know hundreds of thousands of other people. So it's really great to meet you in person and actually know that you are a fun guy. It's not just the funny reels. Like, you're genuinely a nice, fun person.
I try to. Yeah. And thank you for helping out with the reel yesterday. It was fun.
It was so much fun. Guys, you must see this reel that we did yesterday. If you haven't already, we'll put the link. It's hilarious. Who are you?
Who are you? Yeah, my name is Lars. I'm 54 years old and I'm from Denmark. I have this Instagram account and also working as a quality engineer in a medical company. So this is like my side job, my Instagram.
Tell us a little bit about, but okay, let's start at the beginning. We go way back to the beginning when you were a baby boy and little baby Lars was born.
Yeah.
Who are your parents? Where did you grow up? And how did you end up
doing
what you do? Yeah.
Oh, that's a long story, I would say, because I'm as I mentioned, 54 years old. So when I was born, my father, he was a captain for a company called Maersk. So he was out sailing all the time, and I was staying home with my mom and until, I don't know, I was 7 years old, and then they got divorced, and then I grew up with my father. And
then you moved with your dad?
Yeah,
you didn't stay with your mom?
I think we were the second one. My dad was the second one in Denmark that got the, what do you call that?
The paternity,
the ownership of the kids.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what
I've also gone blank. Yeah. Custody.
Custody, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they both wanted you.
Yeah, exactly.
But your dad won.
He apparently won, and but he had this contract with this huge company where he was as a captain, so he was out sailing all the time. So I grew up actually as a foster house for 3 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it was fun. It was not bad at all.
Oh, really?
I liked it. Yeah. And then he met my mom, as my new mom, if I can call her that. And then
but you're still in touch with your biological mother.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And then I went to school, normal stuff, and grew up. And then I started to be educating. My first education was actually as a carpenter.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah,
I have relatives who do that in England.
Okay,
Amazing.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah.
It's always nice to be able to do some crafting with your
and
hands.
it's so creative.
Yeah.
And my grandmother, actually, she learned how to do a lot of carpentry during the war in the UK. And I still have some pieces that I treasure that she made herself.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. Do you still do it?
Yeah, we have an old house in Roskilde in Denmark, so yeah, it always needs some some improvement.
Useful training.
Yeah, definitely.
And then what did you do after that? Or why did you not pursue carpentry?
Yeah, I actually on the side back then, I also have a nightclub. So during the weekends, I had this nightclub. And the plan was actually, and I was about 23 years old, I think, back then. And the plan was actually that I will have like 3 different clubs and live out of that. But to be honest, I probably drink a little too much in the weekend. So I decided, okay, this is not for me. So...
we had DJ Ravine on this podcast and talking about Buddha Bar and everything else. And also a very well-known DJ in Cyprus called Asimenos.
Yeah.
They all said, like, the key is, if you're in that industry, it's not sustainable unless you basically got to be teetotal.
Yeah.
Not drink, not do drugs, not do any, it's so difficult.
It is difficult.
And,
I didn't do drugs, but I definitely drank too much. And,
Yeah.
and this is like, wow, it's like 30 years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But now there's much more like, you're much more trying to live healthier than back then, definitely.
Yeah.
So, so I decided to sell my nightclub, and then I started at what do you call that? What is called in English? Steel
Yeah, steel company.
Steel? No, yeah, it makes steels. What do you call that?
A contracting company.
Yeah, it makes like concrete steel for
Aluminium?
when you're building houses, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
so there's steel structures.
Yeah, you can say that. And I worked there for like 3 years and got a metrology education there. And then I came into Novo Nordisk, the medical company I'm at now, and I've been there for like 32 years, working as a quality engineer there.
That is actually one of my questions. Like, what is it about your job that makes you love it? And you've been there for so long. I mean, we have employees here who've been here for, that amount of time, but it's just incredible. I mean, it's a long time staying in one company.
It is a long time. The company I'm working for, we are the world leader in diabetes treatment worldwide. And
I think you're also the biggest company in Europe, aren't you now? It's overtaken Louis Vuitton and...
in worth, it's definitely, Yeah, it's bigger than Coca-Cola and Apple. No, not Apple, sorry.
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Microsoft, wow.
I'm just proud of working in a company that help people with some kind of disease. And now doing the obesity, we have like a whole new sector in there, so we are very busy with how we go. We can actually not feed the market. People really ask for our products. So I've been working there for 32 years, and it's definitely the best company. I could probably earn more money going to another company, but I'm not interested in that. I will be there until
you retire.
Yeah, something like
that.
Love
it. Oh, that's so nice. I love hearing stories like this from both sides. That there's individuals who are so happy and fulfilled working somewhere, and also from a company's point of view that they've managed to achieve that, where they give that sense of fulfillment and worth to someone. That's, I think, what we're all striving for on both sides.
Exactly.
So tell us about influencing. Like, how did that come about? And the name Urban Runner, Denmark. I mean, tell us all. I mean, you told me a little bit, but let's say for everyone else.
Actually, at the beginning, my account just was Lars Peterson, but it was a little boring name. So when I'm getting interested in stuff, I really like nerd it to like an insane level. So I really try to learn the algorithm, and that's a whole different story.
Yeah,
but
and they
really
change all the time.
Yeah, they do.
But at least the tricks,
So something like the basic knowledge, and then I started to run back then. I went to the gym. I've been doing that for many years, but due to my work at Novo Nordisk, I travel quite a lot, especially to the US. So I brought my running shoes with me and start running. And then every time I was out running, I posted on Instagram. So, okay, what about a running account? I could have a running account. I need to have like my own little space there. So, I just invented the name Urban Runner Denmark. And it was, I believe it's a catchy name.
Yeah, it's memorable. Yeah.
So, and then I became an ambassador for an American running brand named Brooks Running. And and then I just started making posts like that. And then
it went on to so much more than fitness. I mean, obviously you are quite fit and you do post about that. You go to the gym, you care about your healthy lifestyle. And it's a balanced lifestyle. I mean, you enjoy your red wine on a weekend. You told me, we were laughing that you posted quite a bit now on holiday with alcohol, and people were commenting.
Keep that look now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a balanced lifestyle and you have fun. But there's, it's so interesting because you also have a bit of fashion, and you just make people laugh. It's just a happy account. Yeah. And that's why people follow you.
Yeah, exactly. My whole purpose with this account is actually that showing men that we can still be fit, even though that we are over 50. And my angle to it is probably maybe I try to be funny. And then I also do some fashion. I'm an ambassador for a Danish clothing brand, and also ambassador for Breitling, the watch brand, and Kia, a car brand. So that's my main customers, and then I just do all those reels here, because the reels came out, I don't know, like 2 or 3 years ago, and it was really funny.
They're so funny. I love them. They're just happy, and especially in a world now that's full of this doom and gloom and scaremongering. I mean, not just Instagram, but all social media. They love like having this I mean, I was watching something that came up the other day about like candles. Never burn a candle at home. You're going to die. Okay. But they were talking about petroleum-based candles. Like, a lot of people now, they're buying natural. It's just this thing of like to scare you from doing anything.
Yeah.
Like it's terrible.
You can also say when you my account is like plus 300,000 now, and you will get some negative comments. Definitely, we did.
Yeah.
I did the one with the vegan burger the other day. It was really the first time ever I tasted a vegan burger. Vegan, not a vegan,
Yeah.
a vegan burger, and a lot of people they are. Yeah, I knew that.
Skeptical and they'll
I'll-
backlash. Yeah.
And I actually also like 4 weeks ago, I did some Botox. One of my friends, they have a Botox clinic in Denmark, and said, "Hey Lars, you want some Botox and make a video of it?" Yeah, sure. Let's see. And I think I lost like 600 followers that day due to Botox.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And you were saying as well, like for you, the importance is to show people that, you know, men can also take care of themselves or do whatever makes them feel good.
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
not that Botox is for men or women, but it's anyone who wants, that's their path to feel better, or whether it's to have facials, or my brother laughs, he's a big guy, and he's like, I love having a pedicure.
Yeah.
You know, once every now and then, like it's
of
great.
course. Yeah, why not?
But there's so much stigma behind this. And unfortunately, you will feel it putting yourself out there.
Yeah, so, sometimes the how you say the tone can be a little hard there.
Yeah.
But even worse on TikTok. Not that much on Instagram actually, but it is definitely also there.
Yeah. And what would your advice be to people? Because you were telling me as well what you were saying to your kids and your nieces and nephews. But what would your advice be to people who are not even like famous on Instagram, or TikTok, but just on social media and get these negative comments? What's your advice to them?
I cannot maybe say advice. I just say the way I handled it was that I made a reel 3 months ago, something like that, and I got maybe 1,400 positive comments. And at the beginning, I always went in and liked all of them, but often I don't have time for that now. But then out of those 1,400 comments, there were also negatives. You fucking too old for this channel, something like that. And it kind of hit me. It's like, whoa, why? And I went in to look at his account, 0 followers. It was a blocked private account. So it's kind of hit me when I went to bed at night. I was really thinking about it. How when it's affected me, a guy who was like 54 years old. What about a kid like 10 or 12 years that have a TikTok maybe? How can they? Of course, they will be really hurt getting comments like that. So when I talk with my colleagues and they have kids that have maybe TikToks, I really tell them take a talk with your kid about this, because it can actually hurt people, and definitely a teenager.
Yeah, who are
More than
vulnerable because people are mean. I mean, they're so mean, and it's just unnecessary.
Yeah.
And things they say, the things they comment, and we go back to the old-fashioned saying: if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It could be fun though, and to collect all those people that come with negative comments in the same room, a room like this, and then face to face.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? I'm too old for this. And then,
or say it to my face, and then immediately it's because I was telling you, we have experienced something very similar in hotels, and I guess any industry where we'll get people write to us and, or even reply to a newsletter, and they just assume it's like the company or an organization.
Yeah.
And they forget that behind that email, there's someone sitting there who's real and who has their own issues to deal with that day, and maybe is struggling with their own life and, is trying their best, and they're just so mean and so abrupt, and it's crazy. The world is crazy. So you love traveling. You travel quite a lot for work, and also your holidays. So tell us about. Well, you've already told me your favorite destination is New York, but tell us where are your favorite destinations, plural? Where do you and your wife like going to? Where do you like going to for business? A bit about traveling.
Okay, let's start with business. Business, that definitely. That's actually also US. I would say North Carolina. That's the place I've been the most in the US. I've been I actually counted yesterday. I have this account so I can see how many times I've been traveling, stuff like that. So 88 times I've been in the US.
Wow.
For the last 10 years. Yeah. So I know my way around in that area.
Yeah.
At least,
That's
so I would say North Carolina, and then privately or on vacation-wise, we have been to Rhode Islands, I think it's called in English. 5 times. I don't know why that island just. I know it's very tourist and stuff like that, but
I love Rhodes.
yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
One of my very good friends is from Rhodes, and
yeah,
I just think it's magical, and it's so different because it's small, but the old town is just
yeah.
stunning. And then it's got amazing beaches.
Amazing pieces. The whole story
yeah.
about the Crusades in relation to the old town, stuff like
Yeah.
that. I really love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Rhodes. I want to take the kids. Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. And now that leads me on to my next question. Tell us about all your tattoos, which is
tattoos.
like a suitcase with the
With
stamps.
all the stickers on. Yeah, it's actually called it calls stickers tattoo. This style.
Patchwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
I
just
love this. Daddy since.
that is since 1991. That's my oldest daughter, and this is my kids' names. I have 2 daughters, and my wife has 2 daugers, and I just try to be happy.
How old were your stepdaughters when you and Sanna got married?
14 and 18.
Oh, so nice. You've been on the journey
And
with
we've
them
been-
as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been together for 12 years now. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so nice. Tell us, how did you meet your wife?
It was on a dating app.
I love
so
it.
simple. Yeah. So,
I love, which is, to be honest, most people's story nowadays.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, I think Drew Barrymore did a movie years ago, and she was like, you know, before when you wanted to meet someone, you'd go out and get a new haircut. Now you've got to update your profile picture.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. It was actually, and I have to stress out, it was my wife that contacted me.
That's what they all
She
say.
hate when it's it.
That's what
When
they
it's
all
it.
say.
Yeah.
I was approached first.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, your wife's obviously very special to you. You do. I mean, it shocked me when you said a couple of days ago that people contact you as if you're single. And whereas for me, your account, even though most of your posts or a lot of them are just you, but
Yeah.
so enough of them are with your wife. You're obviously very much in tune with each other, very much in love. And you always do compliment her. It's so sweet to watch. I love it.
Yeah, actually, in the beginning, it was only me, and I was not showing anything with my wife. Anything. She's a little introvert, so I'm not into that. She said so, but yeah, as you mentioned, I started to get all kind of both pictures and comments, and both from women and men. So okay, I can see when I look into my account that maybe people
Think you're single.
Exactly. Yeah. So talk Sanna into to be a part of.
Yeah,
from
I
time
love
to
it.
time. Yeah.
And when she listens to this, what would you like to say to her?
That I love her and thank you for the help.
Aw, that's so sweet. So there's obviously lots of fun and jokes on your Instagram and your TikTok, but tell us something serious about yourself.
About myself.
Yeah. Something maybe that others don't know or should know.
I was actually 2 years ago. I was close to die. Actually, yeah. I have some issues with my stomach, and I could not. I'm just saying as it is. I haven't been to the toilet for like 3 days, and it was like really And I went to my doctor and said that there's really something with me. I'm dizzy, and I have been to the toilet, stuff like that. And she took a blood test, and there's like these numbers that can see if your blood is infected. And in Denmark, at least, the
Yeah,
number
the white
should,
blood cells.
yeah, that should be what is it, below 10?
1,000.
No, 10. The number should
10.
be below 10, she said. And if you're a bit sick, it's between 10 and 55. And mine was 250. So I immediately went to the hospital, and it was actually due to I have an infection in my what do you call that?
Appendix, pancreas, liver, kidney.
I have to Google it. I have to translate.
All
I'm
right.
so sorry.
That's okay. Get the phone out. We need to know.
I don't use that word so often.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of all the vital organs: gallbladder,
I have it here. Intestinal system.
intestinal.
Yeah.
Okay, so your large intestine.
Yeah. And then so I was there for like 3 days, and they like cleaned me out and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then
And what was the infection from? Just
they
you
didn't know.
caught it, or-
I just came home from Brazil, and I've been sitting completely. I've just been sitting for like 12 hours doing nothing, and maybe have to drink too little water, and that could be the reason they said. So but after 3 days, I was okay again.
You
It was
were
actually
okay?
but that is
Wow.
probably the worst thing that happened to me for them last couple of years.
Yeah, which is so scary. And it's a massive
but then
wake-up
again,
call.
at the hospital, I made an awesome reel.
Oh, did you?
I was laying in bed.
Most of everything.
Yeah, I was laying in bed there at the hospital bed with all this equipment behind me.
Yeah.
So, well, I can maybe use that someday. So I'm actually recorded, and I used that clip in like 3 different reels. So and my wife said, "You are completely crazy thinking about your account when you're at the hospital close to die."
Well, yeah, that's creativity for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, make the most of it. So I asked my daughter this in a podcast that we did. What makes you so positive and to see, like, you know, because you are obviously a positive person, you're fun-loving, you look at the bright side, the glass is half full.
Yeah.
What do you think made you like that?
You're not the first one asking me this question, and I actually do not know. I just believe that be happy and try to see the positive in everything just make your life easier for you. And you asked me the other day that I should bring a motto with me today, and actually my motto is that what you give is what you get. And I actually have it tattooed here. I got that for like 12 years ago, and that is like I try to send positive out and hoping to get positive back, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's the main reason. Yeah.
Lars, I love that. I'm having a quick look down my questions, but I think you have actually answered most of them.
So we're done now.
No, that's it. That's it. We're done. No. I'm not going to let you get off that easy. I have a few more for you, although that was the perfect way to end, but that would be too boring and too quick. So tell us about your vegan experience at St. Raphael Resort. So you hadn't had vegan food before, and I love it. I love when guests come and get to experience good vegan food that is not for vegans, is for meat eaters, and we're not trying to convert everyone, but just show people you can have a meat-free meal or you can have a meat-free day and still be healthy and still get protein and not faint and enjoy it. So, yeah, tell us about your experience. I know you posted a reel as well. But
yeah, I did. To be honest, I have thought about trying vegan a couple of times when I'm standing at the counter back home in Denmark and we have this meat here, and next to it was a plant-based meat, and this like the color is just not right for me yet, if you know what I mean. And so, not yet, maybe in a couple of years, and then I took my normal meat. So when I came here to this resort and I saw they have this vegan restaurant, we went there and I got this burger and said, okay, let's see. And I told my wife, okay, let's record this. And I would try to be honest, and if it's not taste good...
Yeah, I just won't post it.
I will not post it.
I hope. I say that. I just jumped in there. Oh my goodness, it would have been a disaster
I would have tasted it, and if I didn't like it, I would say, it's not for me, but the color is good and stuff like that.
Yeah, try to put a positive.
Yeah, exactly. But it was really mind-blowing. Actually, I have now got... Three burgers from there. The same one.
Yay!
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, it's really, really
tasty. That's the aim. Yeah. And then of course there's people like me who we don't miss the taste of meat. We are vegan, and we'll want to eat our like really plant-based food, you know, with our quinoa and our grains and pulses and beans and everything else. But the idea of this meat, and it gets so much flack on the internet, and you know, why do vegans, want to eat food that tastes like meat? And the answer, I answered actually on one of your...
I saw that.
Yeah, one of your comments on your reel. I'm like, a lot of people don't eat meat, not because they don't like the taste of it. They love the taste of it, but they just don't want to be involved in, animal.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the planet, or for their health.
Yeah.
And while, a lot of the plant-based alternatives are not necessarily healthy, or vegan alternatives, they're not unhealthier than the actual meat. So,
I don't think either. It just crossed my mind that for like 5 or 6 years ago, I actually tasted tofu. Tofu.
Tofu.
And it's it's just like chicken. Just eat it, and it's not like chicken.
No, it's
not for me at least. I didn't.
But you know what? So tofu is surprising. Tofu. I mean, I remember having it in the 80s.
Yeah.
When I was very far from even vegetarian. And thinking, what is this disgusting thing? I mean, it's so bland. And it is. Tofu on its own is gross. But the point with tofu is a bit like meat or a chicken, is it will absorb the flavour of whatever you cook it with or marinate it with or whatever. And then there's extra firm tofu that's really quite dry. There's a medium, and then there's soft that almost can be used into a cream or a mousse or something.
Yeah.
So tofu, there's so much that can be done with it, and like we love it at home. But on its own, it's gross. Like you have to, put your sauces, put your soy sauce, put whatever. You can put barbecue sauce, and it's delicious. And there are some ways of making tofu that can be like chicken.
Okay.
You can even wrap them in. It's
bacon?
very clever. No, not in bacon, but good one. In what is it? Rice paper. But then you use like flavoring on it, and then it can become really quite like meaty.
Yeah.
But and also soya chunks, which isn't exactly tofu, but it's just soya chunks.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I make it at home, and people come over and they're like, "Why did you make chicken in the curry?" And I'm like, "It's soya, but don't stop eating it because I said." But yeah, we can talk about this for ages. But let's.
But I will say all the whole food scene that we had tried here the last week here in Cyprus, or in the Limassol area, is amazing.
Yeah, we've got good food.
High level food, I would say. I love it.
Oh.
Both here at the hotel, but also out in town. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. That's what we want. We want people to come and experience real Cyprus, and we're foodies here.
Yeah,
we love our food. You see the portions.
I feel it's almost
everybody.
like US.
Everyone, they eat well. Actually, Pizza Express, when they opened here, it was the first franchise that opened outside of the UK. And in the UK, I guess probably the same in Denmark. Like pizzas for one are like this, they're like a normal plate size.
Yeah.
And 1 week, everyone who went was like, we're not coming back here. And it was the only exception they had to make, and the pizzas are like this
Even
for
bigger.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they made the exception just for Cypriot market.
Crazy.
Yeah, because people want to eat. They want to see food as well.
Yeah.
So tell us about being fit. You were a father at a very young age.
Yeah.
Crazy. So tell us about that, about being a daddy at a young, which has its advantages. I mean, you're only 54 and you're a grandfather.
Yeah.
I mean, how cool is that?
It was actually it was on purpose. I got my first kid so young.
You wanted to be a daddy.
Yeah, exactly. My father, he was like 44 years old when he got me. So there was this kind of huge gap between us. So it was actually on purpose that I because I want to be young with my kids, and now I'm kind of young with my grandkids. So,
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Yeah. And tell us about staying fit at 50 plus, or even 40 plus.
No, staying fit. I go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week, and try during the weekdays. Actually, try to eat healthy and don't drink alcohol. But the weekends I drink alcohol or red wine, stuff like that. I actually try to, in 9 months, try to really like. No alcohol, really try to live like if I should go to a competition in something called men's physique.
I think I saw you posted some reels on that. Was it a year ago? Or,
something like and it was the worst 9 months of my life. I will not go back to that again. I also need to like have fun with it, so I also need to like stay fit in healthy 5 days a week, and then not go crazy in the weekends. But
why did you choose 9 months?
It was just a time to. It takes.
It's like a pregnancy. Now you know how we feel.
Exactly. My wife, she brought that up and said, "Okay, 9 months you haven't been drinking alcohol. Good for you.
Yeah.
I've been doing that twice."
Yeah.
Okay. So it was not on purpose. It was 9 months. It was just I need to go up to. I try to get fit enough to go on stage in a competition called men's physique, but at the end I need to take steroids to get enough fit to get up there, and I didn't want to do that, so I have to quit.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, that shows a lot, doesn't it, about the people who actually get to those levels, and they say they did it naturally.
I will not throw anybody under the bus here, but my experience is that everybody on stage in that kind of sports have taken something. Yeah, they have to. Yeah, unfortunately.
There you go. So what do you love most about life?
Traveling, I would say. I like that,
I love that. Yeah. And okay, we're Hotel Talk, so which are your favourite hotels? And Cinema Felt better be up there.
It is definitely. It is. I like all the restaurants, the facilities here. We have a small, tiny room though. No, we have a very nice suite. We have a very nice suite, and Yeah, because I've been traveling so much in the US, Hilton is a big chain over there, so
Yeah.
I always stay at
I
Hilton.
like Hilton's as well. Yeah.
It's
We
like
stayed at Hilton, New York last time.
we
Yeah.
call it at my company we call it a McDonald's hotel because it's the same setup in each hotel. The room is almost the
yeah.
same, the furniture is the same, the bed is the same. You know what you get.
Yeah, it's that consistency there that people like.
Yeah.
Familiarity and
I have a question for you though. Why the name of the hotel is Saint Raphael?
So again, you're not the first person who's asked that. Basically when we opened, we were Sheraton, Limassol.
Yeah.
So we were part of a group. And then we broke away from them about 8 years after opening.
Okay.
And we had, at the time, like hundreds of thousands of pounds then, so that's even more in euros, worth of merchandise with S all over it. Like SS, because the Sheraton logo was an S with laurel leaves around it.
Yeah.
So we were like, we're not throwing this.
Right.
And so we thought, all right, well, we're not plagiarizing on the S, we'll get rid of them slowly. But in the meantime, we're going to be using all of these products and utensils.
Yeah.
So at least let's have a name that begins with S.
It is, yeah.
So then, we searched and searched. We decided on a saint name. We're a Greek Orthodox family, and also Cyprus is a Greek Orthodox nation. So, saints are quite important to us. So we said, all right, let's do saints. We had a hotel in Lebanon called St. George, but that name was already taken here. And then my parents like Raphael, and he's quite an important saint in Cyprus.
Yeah.
And there's also the Archangel. So we just liked it. It all worked. So we went with St. Raphael Resort, and we've never looked back.
It is.
So
It's also a cool name.
Yeah, it is. I think it's
looking at it,
and I think it's classy, and it's
it fits
reflects
the
us.
5 stars.
I think so. Yeah, me too. Because we had like marketing companies at the time tender to give the names, and they were all like sandy shores and sunny beach, and it's all like sounded very 3-star, and we were like, no, we're good. So we went with the saint name.
It is a cool name.
Yeah.
How old is the hotel?
So 36 years this year.
36. Okay.
Yeah. In June it was 36 years. So opened in 1987.
Okay.
And the marina in 1986.
Cool.
Yeah.
It is
I was minus 7. Wink, wink. I love it. Whenever we do the anniversary parties, I always pretend that's my age.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
36 years old, thank you. Yeah, it's good. All right, let's go with the bonus question at the end. So pick anyone you want.
I got to.
That's okay. Let's go with this. So, that's a nice one. What are your favorite hobbies?
My favorite hobbies.
I like that.
It will probably be creating reels.
Yeah.
Making reels.
Well, that's probably why you're so good at it. They say find a job that is your hobby, and
exactly, it is funny. And you saw that the reel we did yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, 20 minutes later, I have edited it and posted it.
It was so quick. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you get them up But that's the way to do it. I always say that in life as well. Like, if you think of something, don't be afraid of doing it. Just do it, and then don't procrastinate. Worst case, something doesn't work. So what? You haven't hurt anyone.
That is a good way of...
Yeah. You just do it. Like, that's what I did with this podcast. I was like, let's do it.
Yeah. I believe Nike have
Nike,
that,
I think so. Yes, that's what I was about to say. Plagiarizing. But it's true, yeah.
I have a final question.
Okay, please, fire away.
What is the deal with the monkeys here?
Our monkeys. I'd love to say they're see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil, but they're not. So these little guys sitting on this desk are, definitely sustainable. It's coconuts that have been carved out. And we got them originally for our Thai restaurant, but I didn't have anywhere to put them because they're a bit too fat for the little shelves, the brick shelves. Yeah. And I didn't need them at the reception. So they were in my office. And then when we built this studio, we did the first video and it just looked very boring.
Yeah.
So we said, no, let's put some decoration.
Bring in the monkeys.
And I brought in the monkeys. And I think at the beginning the team thought I was crazy, but they're fun. And they're sustainable, which is us.
And you have 3 kids.
And I have 3 kids, exactly.
No relation?
No, but I like that you said that. I wonder who's who. I'd say that's probably Yasmina, my namaste baby. Coconut, that's Leon. And that's Parissa, who likes her bananas. So there you go. I love this. I'm going to go with that story from now.
Go for that.
And then this bowl in the middle is actually it was one of my wedding presents.
Yeah.
But somewhere there's a tiny little crack, so I stopped using it as a salad bowl. And I put it here, and now, literally like this, finish your question, and poof, it goes in the middle. So it's quite a big pile now because we're on over 80 episodes. Yeah, so it's doing well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's fun.
And like they always ask when they are recording something for TV, when will this be out?
Yes, when will this be out? So we're recording now at the beginning of September, and this will come out in October sometime. Okay. Although I do have enough recorded to already go into November, but yours is going to come out in October. Yeah, probably after Maritime, so after mid-October. Mm-hmm. And then we release the audios. So when you're listening to this, everyone, on either Apple or Spotify or on our website, know that the video is coming out like 3 weeks after. And if you're watching it on YouTube, subscribe.
Hi.
And follow this dude because he'll make you laugh every day, several times a day. You're amazing how many posts.
Thank you.
Lars, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
It was a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.